Howdy ho. Welcome to another edition of Collins Report.
Yeah, I'm Aaron. This is my friend Isaac. So I'm not going to touch on too much as to what happened before April 17th. Went to Lone Star, had a nice burrito. 17th itself was Perplexity and Mandarin. Perplexity, I left my house at about 2:15 for a 3 o'clock booking. Drive by, I saw my friend Melinda at the corner of Dixie and Steele's waiting for a bus, but by the time I recognized her, she was already long gone. Well, no, by the time I recognized her, we were already far enough ahead where we would have had to have done a major U-turn in order to pick her up, I should say. So we pressed on, went to Perplexity. It's on 56 Bramsteel, near Steeles and Rutherford and Brampton, Unit 2. And my friend Justin Welsh was already there. Then my friends Kate and Doug showed up. Then I think you were after that.
Yeah, I think I was around,
No, Melinda first, then you. Then
I know Adam was one of the later ones, along with...
Jason and Liana, Jen. Yeah, Adam. And Jeanette and Josh were, I think, the last two. And other than Doug, no one I worked with even bothered to show up that I invited. Some of whom gave me warning, some of whom didn't. I'm not going to go into any further detail on that. So, we went to the room called The Last Laugh. It's themed around a circus. And, you know what, screw it, I'm going to sit on the floor.
Sorry.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did this thing called The Last Laugh, which is basically a circus from 1985. You're a journalistic investigator, and your objective is to find out what exactly went wrong as to why the circus started losing business. And you only have 75 minutes to do this because clowns are trying to kill you.
No, wait, I thought it was, wasn't there some sort of demolition?
Yeah, sorry, demolition. You're right, Isaac. Okay. Unfortunately, I had to split the teams into 7 and 5 for two reasons. One, 8-person max. Two, there were people I were expecting that, as I said, did not show up. So, my team of 7 was myself, Jason, his girlfriend Liana, Jen, Kate, Doug, Melinda, and we didn't get out, whereas the team of Jeanette, Josh, Isaac, Adam, and Justin did. For legal reasons, we're not going to divulge any of the solutions as to how to solve any of the puzzles or whatnot inside Perplexity. I will, however, say that you have to do at least a couple of different carnival-ish games in order to make it through, and the entire atmosphere did look like an old abandoned circus. It was incredible how they were able to pay such great attention to detail. So while my team was doing the room, Jeanette's team, which had him on it, was waiting around in the lobby playing board games. I saw Jeanette and Adam doing Battleship, but what were you, Josh, and Justin doing?
Earlier we were doing a big game of Cards Against Humanity, and I think we only went up to a couple of certain rounds, and then we just stopped while Adam and Jeanette busted open a game of Battleship, while the rest of us just sort of loitered around and watched a little bit of House of Lies.
Okay. Did you have any of the popcorn that was there? Because they had that antique popcorn.
Yeah, I saw it, but I wasn't, I had lunch earlier that in the day. It was from Mr. Greek, so I wasn't as hungry. So, the others had some snacks, but I didn't really touch anything, so.
That was pretty much me as well. I didn't get a chance to have any of the popcorn, but several of my team did while we waited for your team to win the room, and they were very impressed. The hit of Perplexity, as I said, was the staff. The staff were amazing. They were so accommodating. They gave us clues right when we wanted it. The one and only critique I have about Perplexity, and they'll even admit to this, is if they want a 6th room, they're going to have to either buy one of the other units in the industrial complex where they're situated, or get another location, or retire one of the rooms. Because they had 5 rooms, and you could tell it was packed pretty tight. I mean, the one we did, The Last Laugh, only just opened at the end of January, and before that, they still had a 10-player room with the killer's house, 2 6-player rooms with the criminal interrogation room in the hotel, and the elevator. The elevator really wouldn't take up that much space.
Yeah, but I think wasn't there like an elevator door like at the end of the hall? It looked like they could fit. They could just shove people in there and say, "Okay, here you go."
Yeah, that was. I think that was the elevator. Yeah, and that's only a 2 to 5. And I had a lot of people on my list saying, "No, we're claustrophobic. We're not going to do the elevator." And I was like, "Fine." The amount of people that confirmed as fast as they did, that was going to be impractical for me to use anyway. I mean, if I had used the elevator, I would have had to have booked 3 separate rooms. I would have had to have booked like 4 people, 4 people, 4 people.
Right.
I mean, granted, with 12, you can't really avoid it, because even if I had gone with the killer's house, I would have done ideally 6 and 6, but 10 is the biggest, and it's only a 45-minute room. I ended up going with the 75-minute room, because it's only $5 more per person.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your favorite part about it all?
Jeez. I mean, it was. I guess I was just enjoying the atmosphere, and like, you feel like you're on the. When you're going through the puzzles, sometimes when you spot that one thing that's out of place, you just pounce on that and it leads you to the next step, and that gives that gets your adrenaline pumping, like you're on like a treasure hunt or to make it to the next step to the next level. So, yeah, that was probably my.
Yeah, I had the adrenaline flowing, especially
the last bit.
Not so much during the last bit, but it didn't apply to you because you had somebody with long enough arms. But in my room, we actually had Melinda just throw the beanbag, and that's it. And we got open the lock on the very first try, and you're given like 5. Yeah, we're not going to divulge where you have to throw the beanbag, though, because that would be spoilers, and Perplexity might get mad at us.
Right.
So what was your least favorite part about it?
Oh, jeez. I guess, honestly, there's some parts that we could have done better.
You got out of the room.
We got out of the room, right? But when we saw some of the things lying around, it felt like, wow, we missed that, and we could have saved time if we saw that earlier, and we could have, still we were able to get out, but we got out with only 10 seconds left, so that was really cutting it close there.
Yeah, I think the record was 52 minutes and change.
Yes, that was 52 minutes, so that was I get kudos to that group.
Yeah. And I noticed, I didn't notice it so much with you, but like Jeanette and Adam and Justin were like hugging each other when they got out because they were just so thrilled to have accomplished something together. And it was so appropriate when you took down the Victory is Mine sign for the group shot photo.
When you capped it though, you also capped up the Victory is Mine sign, didn't you?
No, I picked up these guys helped me back.
Oh no! When you put up my snapshot on your Instagram, the Victory is Mine sign got cropped out, I think, because I was on the far left.
Yeah, because Instagram is kind of dumb in the cropping department.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like half of Doug is gone in my group shot. I'm actually happier with the group shot of all 12 of us outside the facility afterwards.
Mm-hmm. That's because your mom got a good angle and moved far enough back.
Actually, she had to come in forward a little bit.
Right.
To get rid of all the empty space. And by that point, Adam left because he had to pack. He was going back to Alberta the very next morning. Justin's got 2 kids, and Jen didn't really want the long commute back to Meadowvale on bus on a Sunday to be too late in the evening. None of which I blame her. So we get to the Mandarin, and I'd actually reserved for 18 people. I thought it was going to be one long table, but it was one long table, 12, and one of 6, and eventually after half an hour, it's like, screw it, no one else is coming. Gave back the short table that they could just do whatever they wanted with, and it was the 9 of us who didn't depart early. So you, me, Kate, Melinda, Jen, Doug, Jeanette, Josh.
Your mom.
Mom.
That was about 10, right? Or...
Yeah, it was 10, and I said Doug already. Ah, crap. Okay, if I forgot you, I'm sorry. So, yeah, we ate with gusto. I think we put a pretty decent dent in the food supply. I didn't want the birthday photo, but Mandarin went against my wishes. And some idiot, well, no, not idiot, I shouldn't say that, but some guy from the table behind us photobombed the group shot.
Very well done. He snuck in, boom.
Yeah,
it's like the spy from TF2. You just don't see him till it's too late.
Yeah, that's true. And they got this promotion now where they have winning things in the fortune cookies. The cheapest one, I think, is a spring roll with $20 to $50 takeout, and the biggest one is free Mandarin for a year. I ended up winning just a dinner for two. Filled out the paperwork, did the skill testing question, took some more photos, and we parted company. My favorite part about the Mandarin was the variety of food and them looking after us. My least favorite thing was, again, they went against my wishes when it came to the birthday thing. Although I really can't complain too much. It was a very good group shot. Not as good as the one with the 12 that we did outside Perplexity. Yeah, anything you want to add?
I feel bad for missing out on the fried shrimp and the fried chicken balls with sweet and sour sauce, but my stomach was kind of bloated at the time, so I mean, I was able to at least get a bite of almost everything else that I wanted. Yeah, I'll have to try and be careful. I guess the tip of the day for buffets is try not to eat too much carbs because or fried things, they fill you up pretty quickly.
Well, that's what I do whenever Endless Shrimp is going on. As Jeanette would know, as she actually works at the Red Lobster I most frequent. Went to... I didn't really do all that much on the Monday, except, I went to Wild Wing, and they're still good, but they've gone down a notch or two. I mean, something that I didn't upload on my Instagram or my Facebook, I had a picture of the garlic cheese loaf. It was microwaved. And very well microwaved to a point where the bread was way too chewy and the cheese was almost flavorless. So yeah, Brampton Wild Wing, I'm not sorry for critiquing you.
Well, is this the one? That's the one at Trinity Common?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, jeez. There goes any plans I might have had for any Wild Wings over there.
Tuesday I had lunch at Salad King, where Salad King, 340 Young, always incredible, always cheap, amazing food. It was actually quiet for 3/4 of the time I was there, which never, ever, ever happens. But then again, I went for lunch on a Tuesday, not like Saturday night for dinner. Went to a place in Branson for dinner called J. Redding Company. It's kind of a wood-fired pizza place. The pasta I had was very nice. I like the use of mushroom and chorizo sausage. I don't even remember what my mom had, but I had like the chocolate and peanut butter pie with the raspberry jam for dessert. That was incredible. Thankfully, though, we got out of there before the live music, which I was starting to get worried. We just came back from the Starkyards in Toronto on 699 St. Clair Avenue West, and we both had the fried chicken and waffles dinner. Man, was that awesome. Anything you want to add to the Stockyards experience?
Well, Aaron did say that the fries were like colossally stuffing, so I might give that a shot next time. Maybe get the chicken with fries dinner with the coleslaw. Or I might try a burger. Those burgers looked pretty tasty when I was seeing them grilled on the stove right in front of you. You know, it's like a nice view of the cooking area. You know, you can see them do their work. And we saw our meals being assembled right in front of us. They didn't pass it over right away. They actually went all the way to the front so that the waitress can come over and pass it over.
Yeah, because I thought it was ours. Then I thought it wasn't ours when it started drifting away towards the front of the restaurant. Then it came back to us and it was like, okay, you could have literally just passed it across.
And yeah, just got on us pair of utensils. I was like, okay, whatever. I guess they have a certain way of doing things. We won't.
Yeah, Isaac was content with the water that they served. I had lemon and ginger infused iced tea, and
that was like an extra $4 though. The best $4 you ever spent.
Up there, yeah. I mean, I didn't really taste the iced tea so much, but with all the infusion, I don't think I was supposed to. The lemon hit first, then the ginger. I was extremely impressed. And it's a good alternative for those who don't like drinking carbonated beverages, which I really don't these days. So we're probably going to go to Southern Accent after this. We're not going to do a video review of Southern Accent, but I will be taking photos. So until next time, I'm Psycho Flop.
I'm Dork River.
And thank you very much for watching. And You know what? It's not a Storage Wars video, but I'll bring back the slogan. Unlike Storage Wars, my show's scripted. Thanks a lot.